Just trying to fight, and then somehow I was able to turn around things, and I think that game gave me like an extra boost of energy and belief that I can still win this set, and I did it.
She's back in she's missed it.
In today's match, Aryna Sabalenka faced off against Coco Gauff in a highly anticipated showdown. And while Sabalenka did come out on top, the way she went about securing the win was far from admirable. It wasn't just about the tennis, it was about the mockery, the intimidation, and the unnecessary celebrations at every turn. Meanwhile, Coco, despite the loss, remained composed, showing nothing but grace under pressure. She gave it her all, leaving it all on the court, but unfortunately came up short. And yet, through it all, Sabalenka's jabs and taunts during the match were impossible to ignore. From unnecessary celebrations to those moments where she seemed more focused on putting Coco down than the match itself, it was a reminder of how the game can sometimes reflect more than just skill on the court. It can reflect character too. Sabalenka's approach during the match seemed less about the sport and more about trying to mentally break Coco down. Throughout the second quarter, it was clear that Sabalenka was pushing boundaries, not with her racket, but with her voice, her chants, and her subtle yet pointed jabs. She seemed almost determined to make Coco uncomfortable, using every opportunity to let out loud, aggressive grunts and taunts, all while knowing that neither the umpire nor Coco were addressing it. The moment Sabalenka realized that no one was stepping in, she turned into something more, almost like a harassing presence on the court. It's baffling, really, why the authorities chose to turn a blind eye to this clear lack of respect. Where was the intervention? Where was the protection for the integrity of the game and the dignity of the players? This kind of behavior should never go unchecked in professional sports. Even though Sabalenka managed to turn the game around after struggling in the first half, it was evident that the outcome could have been different if it hadn't been for her intimidating tactics and loud distractions. Coco Gauff had a 2-point lead in the first set and was on the verge of taking it, but Sabalenka, with her aggressive behavior, flipped the momentum. As the match continued, and with no intervention from the authorities, Sabalenka felt emboldened to keep up the intimidation, using it as a tool to unsettle Coco. It wasn't just about the game anymore. It became about disrupting Coco's focus, and in the end, Sabalenka's unchecked actions played a significant role in securing her victory.
She's back in the set.
Despite her victory, it was clear that Sabalenka couldn't quite get past the mental hurdle that was Coco Gauff. After her win against Jessica Pegula, when asked about her previous matchup with Coco, Sabalenka didn't mince words. She described her first set against Coco as terrible and admitted that her performance was lacking. Even though she managed to turn things around in the second set, she couldn't shake the feeling that Coco had denied her the chance to build any momentum. In Sabalenka's eyes, Coco's win wasn't about her own exceptional play. It was more about Sabalenka's mistakes, as she suggested that her loss was due to her own poor performance, rather than acknowledging Coco's strength on the court.
Unreal tennis from both. In the first set I played, I don't know what I did there, honestly. Like, some of the points were just wow. And then in the second set, she turned it around and she were able to
In stark contrast to Sabalenka, Coco Gauff maintained her composure after her dominant win over Paolini, showing she was fully prepared for whatever challenge lay ahead. Rather than dwelling on her loss to Pegula, Coco understood that competing at the top level means facing fierce opponents, and she accepted that as part of the journey. She didn't let Sabalenka's remarks faze her. Instead, she stayed focused on her own game. With a clear and determined mindset, Coco confidently expressed that she was ready to face Sabalenka in their next encounter, demonstrating that nothing could shake her resolve or distract her from her goals. However, Sabalenka wasn't just offering distractions through her words. She was using dirty tactics throughout the match, intentionally trying to throw Coco off her game and take her focus away from the court.
And in like however many years, it definitely takes the pressure off. And honestly, I think, yeah, it's a reason. You're playing the top 8 in the world. This round-robin format is...
Coco's calmness was completely justified, especially after her flawless performance in the last match. Following an early tough loss, many were quick to write her off. The narrative pushed by Sabalenka's camp and others was that Coco Gauff's tournament was over. However, in a stunning display of resilience, Coco defied all expectations. She bounced back with incredible intensity, delivering a dominating performance against Jasmine Paolini, winning 6-3, 6-2 in straight sets. It was a match that left everyone on the edge of their seats, proving that Coco is far from done and ready for whatever comes next. During that time, even Sabalenka couldn't hide her frustration when it came to facing Coco Gauff. She confidently stated that she wasn't concerned about who her opponent was. She was focused solely on bringing her best game. With her serve in top form and her eyes set on the next match, Sabalenka made it clear she was determined to win the tournament. However, beneath the surface, there seemed to be an element of mind games at play, with Sabalenka attempting to get into Coco's head. The psychological tension between them was building, but while Sabalenka sought to disrupt her focus, Coco remained composed until Sabalenka distracted her mid-game to get over her mid-game, and that is just worst for any player to do just to win.
Right now, we care about the player. The player is always right, and that's the bottom line, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. You've done what you can and beating and staying undefeated. What are you looking forward to in your next match?
Well, as I said, I look at this tournament as I have to win 5 matches.
And this match was not just between Sabalenka and Gauff. It was a whole team of coaches and Sabalenka against only Gauff. Before the match, it was not just Sabalenka making the waves. Her performance coach has also come out strong, declaring that they're going to dominate this tournament, even against Gauff, and finish what they started. But while Sabalenka's team is applying pressure, these hidden digs might not be enough to throw Coco Gauff off her game.
Arrived in Dubai, we're just charging things back up, recharging those batteries, and putting all the pieces together to get ready for the WTA finals here in a couple weeks.
In the end, despite Aryna Sabalenka emerging victorious, the real story of this matchup goes beyond the scoreline. It's clear that Sabalenka and her team crossed a line, going out of their way to employ tactics that were not just aimed at winning, but at undermining and intimidating Coco Gauff. From the questionable chants to the unnecessary celebrations and mind games, Sabalenka's behavior on and off the court showed a complete disregard for sportsmanship. Rather than letting her skills speak for themselves, Sabalenka seemed determined to break Coco's focus and throw her off balance, resorting to distractions and subtle taunts that were hard to ignore. Even though Sabalenka claimed the win, it was Coco Gauff who stood tall as the true victor in the eyes of many. Coco's poise, grace, and unwavering focus throughout the match won the admiration of fans and experts alike. She didn't let the outside noise affect her game, showing a level of maturity and professionalism that is often rare in high-stakes competition. Her ability to rise above the distractions and stay grounded proved that she is not just a competitor, but a true sportswoman. As the match concluded, the crowd's cheers and the ongoing support for Coco made it clear. While Sabalenka may have claimed the title, Coco remains the fan favorite. She represents what tennis should be about: resilience, respect, and playing the game with integrity. No matter the outcome of one match, it's clear that Coco's future in the sport is bright, and her character will continue to earn her the admiration and support of fans all over the world. So, what do you think about the way Sabalenka approached this match? Do you believe her tactics were fair game, or did she cross a line in terms of sportsmanship? Was Coco Gauff's calm and composed attitude enough to earn her the win in the eyes of fans, even if the scoreboard didn't reflect it? How do you feel about the mind games and distractions on court? Are they part of the competition, or do they detract from the spirit of the sport? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Coco's resilience and respect for the game make her the true winner here? Let me know what you think in the comments below.